Go, strength training. So the only equipment you need today, I would say a set of medium dumbbells. They're gonna be for your upper body, so something that's medium for your upper body, and a band. Mat would be nice. And we are going to be doing a little bit of elevated stuff if you have a step, but not a very high step today. Okay, so I want you to start your watches. I'm gonna push go right here, and we are gonna go at the strength training, right? Got to get credit for this. Okay, we're starting with, oh shoot, we're starting. Jumping jack warm up today, okay? Of course, if you hate the jumping jack, you can go tap. Just try to make it a little bit quicker and try to stay on your toes on that side, on the standing leg, so that you can get more of a calf going. As runners need very strong ankles and calves and all the feet, of course. Here we go. 10 seconds. Nice. Okay. Next, we're doing high knees, right? Yep. So, I'm going to grab my water. Sorry about that. Make sure you're hydrating, of course, right? High knees. You're trying to get it up at least to your hips, not your belly button, okay? Not arching your back, not leaning too far back or too far forward. I like pumping my arms, exaggerating the arms, right? My calves are already burning, so that might be interesting today. Don't you love the warm up when you can kind of like feel some stuff? You're like, oh, see how that's going to turn out today. 10 seconds. Ooh, ooh. Nice. What are we doing? Walkout. Okay. Yeah, man. My heart rate is already up there. Okay. So we're standing at the edge of your mat. We'll walk all the way out because my calves are tight. I'm going to do a couple calf pumps and then walk back in. Right here is a hamstring, so kind of take note of that and make sure that that's part of what you're doing. Down, walk out, kind of some dynamic stretching here. Yeah, man, my calves are really tight. What did I do yesterday? Good thing we're putting this lotion motion into it. They feel tight. Muscles feel tight. The worst thing you could do is not move them, even though it kind of hurts when they do move them, you know? I've always loved the saying that motion is lotion, because so true, so true. I actually was just talking to one of my friends. She's been having some back issues for a while, and her chiropractor told her she was fine, like with the x-rays, but like a year later or something, she went to a different chiropractor, and they're like, no, your back looks way older than you are. And like when we've done some stuff together, she's like reflecting on that. She's like, maybe that's why I kind of like moved differently, because it is messed up. And the chiropractor was like, you got to start moving better. Stop protecting it. And you like subconsciously like move differently when something kind of hurts, you know what I mean? But you got to get that, hers is mobility back in her back, which you don't get the mobility if you don't move it, you know, if you're being super protective the whole time. So there is a rest period. The injury's bad enough. True. Last one of this. Honey. Also, if you hate jumping on this one, just drive your knee. But instead of doing that, I would say use your hands because then it gets your core a little bit tighter. You see what I'm doing? Back from my kickboxing days. Kickboxing, man, shows you how old I am. Okay, moving on. We're grabbing our weights. We're going to do overhead dumbbell lunge. You're going to hold your dumbbells over your head as you do a backward lunge. Okay. If you are really new to this, you don't have to hold it. You could hold one. Another modification is just holding one. What are we doing? Well, we're doing just one leg. Sorry, one leg down and up. It does make it a little bit easier. Okay, but you could do it with no weights if this is too much, or you could just hold one weight over your head. I'll show you like this, right? Definitely easier, but holding stuff over your head while moving, so good for the stability that runners need. So it is an awesome one. And yeah, you can make fun of, I don't have very good shoulder mobility, so my arms don't go very far up. So you might look a lot prettier than me on this one. Totally fine. Okay, other leg steps back. Arms up, lunge back and up. Okay, and like we've told you before, when you lunge, make sure that this knee stays on that side of your big toe. Don't let it come in. It's always going out, okay? Make it more challenging. Make your lunge deeper. Make it less challenging. Just do a little step back, right? 10 seconds. Good work. Okay, we're grabbing our band, right? Okay, I'm letting you rest. Band and side steps. I like the booty band. Squat down low. Big step, little step. Big step, little step. So really just trying to activate your quads and your glutes. I don't got a lot of space here. So do what you can. I say like 5 steps one way, 5 steps the other way. Make it more challenging, squat down lower, right? Pull with that leg, just bring this one in. Make it less challenging, step up, and don't add as much resistance on the band, okay? Here we go. Awesome. Oh, we're keeping the band on. Breathe, but we're keeping the band on. Find a wall. You're going to be doing wall clamps. So your foot's going to be against the wall, and your other foot's going to be shin length away from the wall. You're going to extend your hip out to the side, back in. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. So big things are, you're pushing your foot into the wall, makes it harder. So if it's not challenging enough, do that. And I kind of want you to see how I'm holding out for a second and come back in. I want you to do a hold, come back in. Don't just rep this out, okay? This knee has to keep on that side of the toe, really, and make sure this knee's slightly bent. Nothing I'll ever teach you is with a straight leg, because in running, our leg should never be straight when it's right underneath us. Always slightly bent, at least. Whoo, burning. I feel it burning in my butt already. Now we're gonna switch sides, of course. You can use something if you have a wall where you can hold on to something that's not cheating. It's not cheating on this one. Foot against the wall, push into the wall, hold, slide out to the side, and bring it back in. Out, hold, and in. Hold, in. Good job, good job. you don't have a wall, I don't know, where are you that you don't have a wall, first off, but you could totally do side laying clams if you want to do that instead. And of course, you could do this without a band. Any of these you could do without a band to make them a little bit easier, but I kind of want you to use a band, you know? I feel like I'm tipping over a ton, so I'm gonna use my helper. Keep me standing straight. Good job. All right, that was that section. Moving on, we're gonna do elevated bridge. So this is when my foot's gonna be on top of that when we do the glute bridges. I've been doing the glute bridges like every time. So feet are on top of it. This time, so level 1 would just be going up and down, right? Twisting your hips. You decide what level you're at. I ideally would have one leg in the air, up and down, trying to still keep your hips level. If you can't do this without keeping your hips pretty level, then I would stick with both legs on the ground, okay? Another alternative is going up with both, then lift it up, and then slowly down, up, lift it up, slowly down. Does that make sense? Pretty sure we were supposed to do, sorry. Okay, we're going on to the other leg. So we're gonna rest while we're on the ground. But that's kind of resting there is, right? Already decently sweaty, so that's happening. Bridge up. So option 1, both legs. Option 2 would be press up, one leg up, slowly down, and then level 3 would just be with that leg in the air. If you notice that on my foot that stays on the ground, I am on my heel. That helps the hamstring, even though we're doing this for our glutes and our core, but why not? And also the anterior tib, which is the muscle on top of the shin, which is involved in shin splints and stuff like that. So, you know, I am all about banging for your buck. So the more we can get in one exercise, compound movements, awesome. Okay, I think we're done with the step. Am I wrong? Side lane. Okay, this one's going to be a little complicated. So I'm going to give you examples before then. We're going to lay down, and then we're going to do like a sit-up. When you sit up, I want you to rotate a ton, okay? And then bring it back down, and then we're going to rotate the other way. So I bring this knee in, and I twist my body, bringing my elbow across, okay? A lot of core involved in this one. It's awesome for runners. As you can tell, I'm kind of doing it slow, bringing it across, hold for a second, because that's where you get the contraction. Back out. Strong. Modifications are you want to have to go all the way down. You could easily just do this if going all the way down is too hard. Okay? Or if you have back issues, all of the things. Okay, now we're doing an upper body, but we also include the lower body because we're runners. I might be asking a little bit much with this weight. Okay, you're gonna hold a static lunge, and then we're gonna rotate again. And this time we're doing a bicep curl. So bicep curl, twisting over the front knee. Make sense? And then moving up and down. Gosh, I keep whacking my little mic. Sorry, that probably sounds horrible. But I want the rotation happening, getting our whole core stabilized. For running, 15 seconds. Yeah, this is kind of definitely not a medium weight to do for 45 seconds worth of single arm bicep curl. We got it though. Boom. Okay, let's be honest. My glute is dying. Did lots of glute work already, so I can't wait to see what it feels like on the third set, right? Lunge, rotate, curl. It's better. I'm not whacking my mic, right? So you see my shoulders all the way the same direction as my knee, curling it out. Static lunge. If this is too much, I would rather have you just do bicep curls rather than the lunge, because this is, I do like incorporating upper body some in our strength training for my runners. So don't give up on the arms, okay? Here we go. 5 more seconds. Woo, woo. Awesome. Where are we now? Okay. Single leg squats. This one's gonna be awesome. So you squat down with both legs, put one leg out in front of you, and move it around in a circle, and then bring it back, stand back up. Okay, hold on to something if you need to. Squat down, however low you want to squat down. Of course, it's going to be easier if you don't squat down as low. Okay, squat down, foot out, rotate around, bring it back in, stand up, squat. Good. When we squat, really like poke that butt out, get around as far as you can, and back down. You're trying to do this with your running shoes on. Could be a little challenging. I don't know why, but I'm standing on the mat, so it's I'm resting. So it just adds a little more stability. You know, a running shoe, well, I don't know. Different running shoes are different, but I like cushion running shoes. But then in real life, I like these shoes have like nothing. They're very minimal, so I can keep my feet strong. But while I'm running, why not? Everybody has their theory on that though. So I'm just meaning if you're lifting, especially if you're doing this with cushion, got a little, it's like you're standing on a pad. It's going to be a little more challenging on that ankle and that foot, which, you know, depending on what level you are. Oh, another hack when I'm making you do all of these single leg stuff. I don't know if I've taught you this yet, but so like right here, push down with your big toe. And you see that it gives your arch so much more support. So it's kind of a hack when you're doing like balance stuff or single leg exercises. Okay, we're doing just a little bit of a plyo section today. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do a jump and then a single leg squat. So jump and then, oh my gosh, and then bring one leg out at the bottom. Up, one leg. I think I'm supposed to be on one leg the whole time, right? Yep. Okay. Sorry about that. Jump with both legs, land on one, slowly sink into it. Jump on one, and then slowly sink into it. Jump off both, land on one, slowly sink into it. Or if you can land on both and then sink, do a sinking with just the one foot. Jump. Sorry, I got lost. Don't worry, you got lots of time to do this, right? Lots of sets. Good, okay, now we're switching legs. Jump, try to land on one leg, slowly sink into it. It's the eccentric part, especially of downhill running, that we're working on. Single leg eccentric movement, even more important, okay? Jump, slowly down. Jump, slowly down. You'll probably find that you're better at one leg. Completely normal. So if you end up like kind of landing on both legs on one side, it's all good. Again though, knee control of this side is very important. If that knee's coming in, I don't want you to sink as low, okay? We're not training it to be in a position that we don't want it to be. You see, how about I try to use my arms on that one? Holy cow, my quads are burning. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, last one for this set. I didn't say you needed a seat. You also need a seat. Sorry about that. a bench or whatever, because we're gonna explode off of this, slowly sink into it. So this is similar to what we were just doing, except for we get a rest at the bottom, but I want it to be eccentric, okay? So really slow, and then explode. Really slow, and explode. One thing I do want to teach you is when you jump up in the air, your toe is the last thing to touch, and then it's the first thing to touch, okay? Might seem supernatural to you, but I've taught that to a lot of people over the years because they land like, I don't know, differently, okay? So that's going to be the most powerful as well as the most beneficial for all of the way that we move. All right, one set down. Pause me, restart me, blare your music, you know the routine. Bust out 2 more sets. I mean, at least one, but you got 2, right? Here we go.